Thanks for tuning in to my brand new Minecraft series. After a long hiatus, I'm ready to jump into more blocky action with 101 new ideas. Thanks for rocking with me all year long and enjoy the series. Keeping with the trend of building things, it's time to build the ultimate symbolism in the Christmas holiday. A massive present to unbox, tons of electronics to buy and use throughout the entire year or to break. No, we're obviously going to be building a Christmas tree here today in 101 Things to Do in Minecraft with ya boy, Brian Saviano, a.k.a. Lincoln Log Larry. So we have all of these spruce leaves and the spruce logs through here. We're going to get every single one of them, and we're going to build a giant tree complete with lights and a star on the very top. And what I thought about off camera was like, wow, you know, it'd be a really, really cool looking star to have on the top. It'd be made out of glowstone. So we're going to go with that. I have colored lights on the tree over here. I don't know how I would make colored lights in Minecraft. I honestly have no idea. So I don't know if that's going to be possible. If I think of something cool, I would want it to actually be like lit up. I don't want it to be just like wool blocks that are different colors and stuff. I want it to be like illuminated. So I don't know what I would do. One thing I did off camera was I found a little, let me show you over here real quick what I did. Saw this, this guy wandering around the plains here, and it is a polar bear. Okay, cool. I thought he died because there's these things in here. Yeah, but no, he's good. Hey, don't. Oh, he's attacking me. Oh, he's attacking me. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, no, wait. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so he's dead. This thing is trying to get to me too. You get over here, actually. Get over here. There we go. Oh, and he's attacking him. Look at that. Look at this. Ha! I totally meant to do all of that in that order. Okay, cool. So the polar bear gets aggressive when you attack him, obviously. And there is no way to make these polar bear breed, so we basically just have to find two of them, and then we have two of them. Find any more that are wandering through the tundra here, and yeah, there's no way to increase the babies to being adults or anything like that. They are who they are, and that's it. So cool. I found one of them. Maybe we'll find more eventually. So the Christmas tree is going to go right over here. So I have an idea of what I want to do for it in terms of logistics and whatnot. But first, as always, seemingly, I'm going to make a crafting table real quick. And yeah. So can I, oh, wait, can I not? It won't let me. There we go. Okay. For some reason, yeah, I had to place it down first, then make that happen. So why don't I also keep making these real quick? So what's going to happen is this Christmas tree is going to be huge, tremendous in size. It'll make Clark Griswold's Christmas tree look like nothing. It's going to look like a piece of garbo. That's what it's going to look like. So I'll show you just how big it's going to end up being. Definitely more than 12 blocks high. So what's going to happen is this thing is going to be just as thick as you're seeing displayed on here. So it's going to be 9 blocks thick for the trunk. So if we're using like one of these spruce trees as an example, then it's all going to go just like this. So 1, and then 2, and then 3 all the way around here. So the tree is going to be this big. It's going to be, like, when I say tremendous, I'm not, like, exaggerating. It's literally going to be tremendous. And so on the inside of the tree, there's going to be stairs going all the way to the top. That way I can actually customize what it's going to look like on each kind of level. So it's going to be an entryway right here, and then take the ladder, and then it's going to go bang, 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 and it goes all the way up. So we'll climb all the way to the top of the trunk of the tree, or at least, we can cover this up afterward. But then there are stairs in the middle. That way we can easily get to each of the different levels here. So that's the idea. And I don't know how tall exactly this is going to be, but it's going to be wicked, wicked big. And all those spruce leaves that I have over there are absolutely going to come in handy and be what we want it to be. So I know I made 24 to start, and we'll just see how high we can go with what wood planks we have here. And obviously I'm using wooden planks because the wooden planks look a lot better than using, or rather, the actual log looks better than using planks. So that's the idea there. I should have enough to get to the height that I want to, and ideally, this is going to be the tallest thing in the entire world so far. So it's going to be really, really big. It's going to be very, very big. So, and then, yeah, obviously, you don't want to take any fall damage and whatnot. So, like, we're already to half of the swole man size right there. So, 1, 2, 3. You just keep going all the way around. So, I don't think I have enough leaves. I'm pretty sure I don't. We have, another full stack? That should be good. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I don't have enough. But actually, getting leaves is very easy. So, they don't regrow or anything like that. But you can get more, obviously, by using shears on leaves in a forest. So, with the amount of leaves that we have already, I definitely messed up here. I should have absolutely used more ladders there. Oops. Okay, so let's go down here, and then, okay, I didn't take any damage. That's great. Cool. Wow, that's all of it. Okay, cool. So, should we let the height be this? Right? Maybe? I don't know. Perhaps? We'll see. Because that's 24 right there. That's a whole lot. You know, maybe I'll make it 30. So I would need what? No, I need a lot more spruce logs if that were the case. I might just keep it this height here. Because, oh, wow, that's a big tree. That's a big tree. That's a big, 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 big tree. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to keep it this height. This height is, this is appropriate. This is fine. So let's start with the leaves here. So, yeah, I'll definitely need more. I think I'll need more. So we want to go with the Christmas tree shape here. So I should have brought shears with me. I'm dumb. Okay. So, I'm going to move this one here. So I'm trying to design this so there's going to be like a tip-top point. And obviously, the star is what we're going to do last. Obviously, that absolutely comes last. So this has to go all the way around here. This is risky business. So make sure you hold down that shift key because your life actually does depend on it. Luckily, no mobs can even notice or acknowledge our presence. That was kind of risky, but whatever. So yeah, you're good once you're up here. Just, yeah. So I'm going to actually make this another layer around here. So I'm trying to keep the shape consistent all the way through. So that way it actually looks like a point at the very top. Because a lot of Christmas trees, obviously the trunk itself doesn't go to the very top of the tree. There's a little bit of room where it's just the leaves, or at least extremities. So, you know, I'm going to try to figure out exactly where the very tip of the tree is going to be. That's something I should probably do right now. I'm going to do that and then work my way around. Because I know how to do the base. I'm going to try to, like, mend the tree and sculpt it in a weird way. This might be very, very, very hard to do in survival mode. So I'm not going to use creative mode, at least not as much as I would probably really want to for this part, just because it'd be a whole lot easier. But I'm going to do my best here to try to make this look as natural as possible, because, you know, as is with, like, fake trees in general, they can look pretty unrealistic, and I obviously don't want to go for that. So if I go, let's say that, like, this is the height here, right? So if this is the height, it's going to go all the way. Yeah, see, like, we're already, that was like one full stack, kind of. So there we go. Like, the trunk should be pretty thick. The whole thing is just really, really thick. Like, the leaves have to go, like, all the way out. They have to go super, super far out. So, if I try to do like this right? Okay. Let me establish what the base height is right here, or what the height in general should be. Maybe about that tall. It's definitely taller than the swole man, at least not before we add the hat onto there. So maybe after we add the hat, the snowman will still be taller. I don't really know, obviously. That's much further off than I think you might realize. But one thing at a time here. So let's say this is the final height right here, right? So we should sculpt this, and then the tree, like the topper, is obviously the glowstone star. So this should be like this. It should look like the very top of the tree, right? Obviously. So you can kind of, like, I'm trying to visualize what I'm doing. It's actually kind of difficult. So if I do this, and now once I do the very top here, I am going to back out of here, and I'm going to try to take a look at what's happening and see if this actually looks decent. And then afterward, I'm going to add the lights. So basically, this is kind of like how getting a normal tree is. So you get the tree itself, and you're supposed to let it fall, which doesn't really make any sense if you don't celebrate Christmas. But you let it, like, fall apart, kind of. That way you can, like, find, you know, where all the branches are going to land, because it's all tied up typically on a Christmas tree lot or something like that. So you do that for a day or two, and then is when you start decorating. So what I would have ideally done is made it so there would be a way to get to the top without needing to, like, stack up stuff, but I don't think that's going to be possible. So if this is the top of the tree, right? Let's say, I think this is fairly good for what I want to do right here. Okay, so let's say this is it. So when I go down to the very bottom, this is the entryway over here, right? Yes, it is. So ideally, when I go all the way down here and I look from really, 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 really far away, it should look pointy at the very top. It may need to look, it may need to be taller, but I don't know. And what I might end up doing is using creative mode to judge the size of it, to judge, like, the shape of it, just to get an aerial view, because otherwise it's going to be incredibly difficult to figure things out. So it looks like a giant arrow pointing in the sky. So that's about the idea of the tree. So that's the very top of the tree, and it's going to go all the way down that way. So I'm going to create the branches even more so. We still have plenty of things for... Oh, come on, these stupid things. I'm going to do that, and we'll see how this goes. So basically, I'm going to pause right here. And I guess I'm still going to fall down. We're going to go basically one level, like, right here. So, or right here, rather. So I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to make a small entryway right here. And now is when I make the second layer. So I'm going to do kind of like what I did before. Go all the way around this way, and then make this second layer, if you will, of leaves, and do this for the whole way around. And just so you know that I'm not cheating, I will go and increase the speed of the footage while future Brian has things to reminisce about, probably about Christmas, because obviously plenty of Christmas stories in my many years of existing in this world. So I'll let him do that while I go off camera and do whatever. So yeah. And I come to you from the mysterious age of 2020. Oh, whoa. Everything's all different. It's not Christmas anymore. Wow, it's so crazy. But yeah, I recorded this very, very far ago in time. And I want to show you me doing the Christmas tree. And yes, you will see momentarily I do a thing where it really is not, like, impossible to do this in survival mode, but it's very not efficient at all. So I do end up switching into creative mode, and just so I'm totally transparent with all of you, throughout this series, there are times where, like this, where I have gone into creative mode just to expedite the process. You get the idea of me placing all of these blocks all the way down, but trying to get the right shape of the tree is incredibly difficult when you aren't looking at it from afar. It's basically the equivalent of you trying to hang up your own Christmas tree when you are like looking at it with a microscope. It's like impossible. So that's why I switch into creative mode and use up the leaves there. Now, this also saves time by, me not shearing down all these trees all the time. So a lot of the things that would just take up time for the sake of taking up time, both my in real life time and your time on the video, I just do in creative mode. So instead of me, going around and like chopping down all trees and trying to shear all these different trees, it's just more efficient if I just do this and you finish off the tree this way. But you get the idea. I did go ahead and get all of those leaves that you saw before, and it's not hurting anyone or the content, this itself, by me doing that. So that's why I do it. Now, that's a reoccurring thing throughout the series. It's not a situation where I'm giving myself diamonds. I'm not saving time that way by me giving myself diamonds. If I gave myself diamonds, that is losing out on potential things that happen during the playthrough. So I might stumble across something, or I might die, or I might get a certain amount of XP or something like that. So instead of me just showing a speed montage of me going through and harvesting dirt or sand or whatever, it's just better off if I show you, the final product as it is. And that way, from like this perspective in creative mode, I can fly around, I can look at it. All right, does it look like a big giant cone? Does it look like a dome? What does this tree look like? So that is the mentality behind me doing all that there. So I know this is like a series, so I've tried to do just a strictly survival series before, and because of situations like this, I'm always tempted to pop out of it and go into creative mode just to get an idea of how much time I'm wasting by, not being in creative. So instead of me forcing myself to stay in creative in this way, I'd rather keep the rules lenient in that sense, and I'll pop into creative mode every once in a while. So like, if I want to get an overview for the entire town that we're building over time, then I'll do that in creative mode because it's easier, now I'll go on top of the tree, but it's easier for me to do it there than it would be if I were to build a big tower and just go back all the way down. So because I use creative mode every once in a while, it allows me to do more videos and more things. So I don't think any of you would be particularly upset if I did it. I'm just trying to justify and tell you exactly why I pop into creative mode. So yeah, I don't give myself, cake or diamond armor or name tags or emeralds or anything like that. You see that all throughout the playthrough. It's just for the sake of saving time. Mostly my time, honestly, because, as much as I'd love to, chip away at dirt for a while, it's not productive. So it's just easier if I do that. Now, if this were like a hardcore mode, which I wouldn't be able to go into creative mode in general, but if this were a hard mode or hardcore survival mode playthrough, then yeah, I couldn't switch into creative mode at all. So, like, can you imagine, like, I used up most of the leaves that we had just by having like the top portion of the tree, let alone the entire bottom portion, which requires probably 2 to 3 times that amount of leaves. So yeah, that's why I decided to go into creative mode. That's that thing there. So you may be wondering right now, you're watching this in 2020, but I mean, in the terms of the events of the playthrough, 2020 has not happened yet. It wouldn't have happened for another 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So 3, 2, yeah, 2. So 2020 is good. It is doing well. I wouldn't say it's better than 2019 yet, because there hasn't been a lot of time in 2020. So this video was actually recorded a month ago. Wow, okay. Yeah, because I'm recording this one on January 18th, just so you know. This was recorded initially on December 16th. Long before Christmas, and this is being recorded long after Christmas. Unless you're watching this around Christmas again. I mean, we're closer to the previous Christmas, not the next Christmas, but you get the idea. So also, I've said it before, I'll remind you again, with the leaves and stuff, the more that you bunch them up together, the more that you will not be able to see through them, so we don't have to cover the entire thing with leaves. It can kind of be a mostly see-through, or rather, a mostly covered up thing. You don't have to have the whole thing covered in with leaves and whatnot. So, yeah. You'll just have to wait and see what happens with the playthrough going forward. I won't spoil any things that do and don't happen. I mean, you can watch episode 50 if you wanted to now, probably. Or you're waiting, I don't know. Maybe, you know, you live your life. You know, you wake up on whatever side of the bed you wake up on, the wrong side, right side, left side, the upside down side, and you decide what you want to do, because this is your life. You have the power of Mighty Putty OxyClean and the power of the sun in the palm of your hands, all right? You do whatever you want as long as it's, you know, good for you. It doesn't hurt other people. So if you want to watch this Minecraft series, one episode, you want to watch like 5 minutes of it a day, every day for the rest of your life, go for it. Not productive, but there's the tree. There you go. So even that took about an hour to do, with a lot of it in creative mode. I can't even imagine how long it would have taken me in real life to make this shape in survival mode. I'm sorry, but I think you understand. I didn't give myself any other items or anything like that. It's just stacks of 64 of that. You know, it's nothing like game-changing. I'm not giving myself diamonds or anything like that. So I know you understand, because, yeah, I don't think anybody would really want to do that. So I'm going to go back into survival mode here. And not that okay, again, with these stupid things. So back to the resources I do have. So over here, what I want to do now is actually make it so this makes more sense. So over on, where is it? Like over here, right? So this is pretty like hollow in the middle here. This should not be the case. So because this is hollow, you can kind of see through the tree from one end to the other. Obviously, I don't want that. And all these I have to remove as well. So I'm going to do these by hand. That way nothing breaks. But you can see from one end of the tree to the other. So with this stuff, you can't place a torch on leaves. So how am I going to go about doing this? I may have to resort to glowstone to actually place a lot of this stuff here. So it may have to be an entirely separate video, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, of lighting up the tree and going about that whole process there, because it's just going to take forever to get that amount of glowstone. And since there's no other way, like I'm not going to put little, like, you know, slabs in the middle or anything like that. That just wouldn't look good. So, like, for right here, right, I'm going to cover the entirety of the trunk in leaves. That way, when you look through it, you're going to see less and less of the other side each and every time. So, that's the idea behind it. And if we have to go get glowstone, we have to go to the nether, which, you know, yeah, that's going to be a bit. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to not cover up this for now. This is going to stay this way, and then at the end of it, I'm going to fill a lot of this in. That way you can't see through the tree from, like, the other side. So, in the next episode, I'm going to go to the nether and light up the tree after giving it a few days for it to fall, if you want to use that excuse. Because, yeah, this is, like, not acceptable. That's not going to work because, yeah, I gotta patch all this up. I got to do all this stuff here. And I like that it kind of hangs over the farm. That's pretty cool. So you can kind of spot the areas I missed here by looking out. You can see like the big open spots like right here. Like this won't exist if every spot is covered. So like right here. Cool. You see another spot kind of over here. Yeah, maybe up here. No, not, well, right here. So just have yourself a look around if you're doing something similar for yourself. And I'm going to light up the tree in the next episode of 101 Things to Do in Minecraft. My name has been Brian Saviano, a.k.a. BricksOBrian. And I'll talk to you again next time for more Minecraft and more nether action. Oh boy. Peace out. Bye.